Alrighty then, it's time for a Jungle Nautilus game. Let's get the show on the road. Which one? And by this title, you can tell I'm going to be very humble. What you do? Anyways, so yeah, like I said, I've been playing Jungle Nautilus as of late, and it's been very fun. But I have played him in a different account that's higher division, and it didn't go so well. So yeah, it's sort of like lower division kind of champion you play, unless your team comp really supports it, because you leave yourself very vulnerable, and more experienced junglers know what to do against you. Anyways, though, I do like to point out how good this first gank is. So you can see Lux and the Vel'Koz have pretty much almost killed each other, and Lux retreats. And then she decides to recall real close and just kinda dies. It's like, when you do that, you sort of have to recall in the safety of your tower before people can actually get to you. Anyways, Kayn shows up and he's just like, hey boy, and then I chunk him a lot and he learns not to do that ever again. So, hopefully. Anyhow. Yeah, basically, you look at both team comps; they're really respectable. I would say my team is stronger in the mid to mid late game, and the enemy team is strong late game, or like mid to late. So both teams are gonna sort of explode during the mid game. The best hope for my team is to try to speed up our ascension to that before them. And so far it's going good, since the Lux has died 2 times, and I feel that Vel'Koz is someone who's going to be able to absolutely destroy the enemy team, come mid-game at least. So, I'm almost level 6, and once Nautilus reaches level 6, the kind of lockdown he can initiate on the enemy team is insane. So things are going so well, and then I speak a little too soon right there because my bottom lane just gets double killed, so that's not good. So, yeah, fortunately for me, like, the enemy Lux definitely would have seen me on her mini-map, because if I could see her right there, she could have seen me. So I just get to casually walk up to her and just CC her down, and it's really sad. I'm pretty sure at this point she just wishes for death, like real-life death. Anyways, catch Kayn, and he's just like, oh my god, look at the damage that Nautilus does. He survives, though, and I guess he thought that I was going to take blue, so he just kind of hung around because he thought he was going to be able to smite secure it. So yeah, he got himself killed. I'm sure he feels glad about that. So yeah, he could have just retreated. And by the way, yeah, it's very hot right now, so my window is open, so you might hear all sorts of weird sounds, like birds or car alarms or people shouting when they're in their drug deals. But anyways, so yeah, 5-5. Despite the fact that I and the Vel'Koz, or me and the Vel'Koz, or I'm whatever, bad English, are doing fine, the other lanes are like this. Thankfully, I catch the Kai'Sa, hook the Nami, and then I'm going to tank this tower a little bit so my teammates can finish her off, and it goes so well for us. That's a pretty good reset for bottom lane. They get some breathing room after getting, shot down. So the first item I get, or like of note, is Boots of Mobility. This is an item you rarely see get on junglers, except in some special cases. In this situation, though, I did it because I need to basically be globetrotting. As soon as my ultimate is up, and as soon as an opportunity is there, I need to run in there and just start doing things. Here you see I caught Kayn and chunked him for a third of his health. It's pretty good. I missed my hook though. Anyways, he hangs out to try to defend, help Lux out a little bit. It doesn't really amount to much because he wastes his ultimate, got chunked down quite a bit, and then just holding the fort against these waves. This is a thing you probably shouldn't be doing as champions who pretty much don't have range or are super squishy. So Kayn, got easily picked off again. It's pretty good for me. And after Boots of Mobility is Righteous Glory, which at this point you guys can figure out is probably my favorite item in the game. Because when you use it on a tank, it just lets you do things. Especially in solo queue, where a lot of people are out of position or aren't paying attention, or there's not that many good wards being placed around. You can just, blitz the enemy team with your Righteous Glory, set up a fight that you probably shouldn't have won, or, make sure a fight you were winning is won in a spectacular fashion. Now, my Garen died, and Ness had to blow his ultimate, and they're gonna push this tower, and this is like all sorts of dumb, but they're like, hey, it's just Nautilus, let's just ignore him and attack this tower. And then Ross realizes, holy shit, he took over 2/3 of my health, and then I'm also bashing at the Nasus, who's almost dead, and these two guys are just like undecisive of whether or not to fight me. They lost a lot of chances to kill me. and as a result, I got 2v1'd by a Nautilus. Of course, it would have been a different story if the Nessus had his ultimate, but still, they really disrespected me, and they paid the price for that. Nautilus deceptively does a whole ton of damage. You know, just break his shield off and his damage plummets, but gee, if he gets to wail on you with that thing on, you're gonna get super chunked down. Anyways, catch Ross, easily pick him up. The enemy team uses all their abilities. I'm doing my best just to make sure the Lucian can get as much, you know, stuff done. And with the Vel'Koz's arrival, this turns around into such a deadly massacre. So yeah, we traded 3 for 1 and made it devilish. So yeah, get this turret. Nami just hangs around. I hook her immediately as soon as she got in range. Lock her down. Lucian kills her. Again, just don't hang around. Like, her do whatever she was trying to do there had absolutely no, like, would have made no difference really. She should have been by the tower and then maybe, you know, just push some minions off. But like, there's always this weird addiction some people have that, you know, I gotta hit the enemy. I gotta like poke at them. Doing so against certain champions is extremely dangerous if they're paying attention and they understand that you have no means of surviving if they grabbed you. So anyways, I blitz with the Kai'Sa, grab her, do as much damage as I could, but, you know, it's not exactly good. My team's response, it's not their fault actually, they were a little too far away, came way too late. I thought I would be able to hold her down long enough so somebody can come in range, but it was, you know, it was way too soon of me to have approached that. Still though, it you know, it only cost me my ultimate, and eventually we killed the Nami. So yay. Lucian then kills the Lux, who again got super greedy with her pokes. And again, just you guys gotta stop doing that. And Lucian got greedy, but he killed the Kai'Sa and died himself. So yeah. And now, unfortunately, you could see me at top lane. At this point, yeah, if Nessus had his ultimate, and in that case he had his ultimate, there's no way I can win. So he just bashed my brains in, or my submarine husk in. Anyways, he goes down mid to try to, you know, kill these guys. He kills the Karma, but he got chunked down quite a bit. So yeah, like I said, Vel'Koz is probably like our MVP for winning team fights. I have to set them up, and then the Vel'Koz just will absolutely giga annihilate everybody. And again, the rest of my team is doing well too, relatively speaking. So you know, it's just an added bonus of that. The enemy team, I think their biggest floundering was their mid laner dying so much that she was not really able to do anything in terms of pressure or helping out the Kayn, and the Kayn severely underestimating his opponent and overestimating his own capabilities. I think that's what really hurt them. Anyways, though, Ross is gonna, you know, try to sneak around here to secure this Baron. He's gonna be like, hey, oh no, not at this Baron. I guess there's a second Baron. Spoiler alert. God, my memory, something's really bad. You can't blame me. It's hot right now. It's like 93 degrees right now in SoCal. Anyways, grab the Kai'Sa, easily destroy her, and then you just gotta walk away. I mean, we get this tower, then I try to rampage somebody else. I hook onto the Nami right now. Or somebody, not hook onto the Ross. We CC him down, he uses ultimate to escape. I go after him, but I get CC locked. Like, I didn't see the Nami thing, and I get killed for that. It's not good. However, the enemy team doesn't have the power to deal with Garen's Spinny Winnie, and then just sort of gets destroyed by, you know, fighting on top of him. So that leads to us getting a inhibitor turret and an inhibitor. Yeah, I know. At this point, the enemy team is in just extreme dire straits. Then the Garen decides to be a little bit too dangerous, but he doesn't really get punished for that. So my team is mostly retreating, but some of them you could see are hanging around way too long. And then Garen gets killed and gets the Vel'Koz killed, who hung around just to try to help him out. We get the dragon though, so we don't really get punished. And since Baron is down, they can't really do anything. So it was more like just a feels good small victory for them rather than a meaningful one. Anyways, yeah, my other item is Abyssal Mask, or Abyss Mask, or Abyssibus. I don't really know its name. It's just mostly just to deal more damage and to allow the Vel'Koz to, you know, follow up with murder. And just doing my best, doing my oral best. So yeah. And, you know, the enemy team, at this point, the only thing they can really do is try to hold the fort, because I actually feel that Rost would be able to annihilate my team. Right now, we lose this team fight because they sort of engaged on us in a good spot, and we didn't have the Lucian to help us. Like I said, Rost and the combination of Rost and the combination of a supportive Nasus. Nasus not really too strong right now against my team. Could possibly destroy us. He would be able to walk circles around me and the Garen. I mean, I'm talking about Rost. While hopefully Nasus can just melt us. That's their best hope. The Lux can still be useful too, but it's going to take a lot of more than a lot of effort here. She's really behind. And the Kai'Sa, of course, is Kai'Sa. She can just kind of win. Here, I blitz in with Righteous Glory. Just grab whoever I get to first. Use my ultimate on Kai'Sa. Lock her down. I don't have the damage to deal with her. And I'm kind of shoving her away while the rest of my teammates are fighting in the back. And it ends up being a 2-for-2 so far. Then we give a weird, awkward chase, but we can't really seemingly catch anybody. So we're just kind of blowing our flashes and being sad about it. So, yeah. So at this point, pushing mid is a little bit more like wanting to eke out a few kills, but I'm trying to get my teammates to leave because I don't want to hang around there and have them die like last time. Just regroup and protect the Baron and hold for it. Go back, buy more items, and then we're just going for the Baron fight. However, the enemy team sort of got engaged on it in an awkward way because they were all like super split up, and as a result, it leads to us getting 2 kills. I immediately rush in towards them to see if I can lock someone down and pick up a kill on them too, but instead it just scares them off. And now Baron is once more, in our radars. We're taking it down. And this is where Ross tries to sneak about, but he goes way too early, or at least, he gets scared into going way too early by Lucian, and just a CC lockdown gets him killed really easily. So, Ross killed, Baron conceived. I get my, I forgot the Gargoyle Stone Plate, just so I can be in the middle and survive. Because, like I did in the second last fight, I am aiming to split the enemy team in 2 and let my team grind their front line down and then hold on to the back line and make sure they die too. And you're going to see that here. Right now it's a 4v5, which is sort of, gravitating towards bottom. So we split up, Lucian's splitting up, and the rest of us are forced to gather up just to protect ourselves. We go top, but Lucian gets killed, so now we're forced into a small retreat, take their blue. Once again, our best bet is just to group up. We have to deal with the Ross before he, goes in, life steals everybody, and survives. And we also have to deal with the Nasus. That's their biggest threats. We're not exactly the biggest threats. The Kai'Sa's probably a bigger threat, but the more like someone we can't ignore. Anyways, we go down bottom. And this is the fight I'm been referencing. So the enemy Ross is going to go and attack us from the side. Right now with his little, spirit thingy. Garen is already used his abilities, so he's a little bit less effective. However, I go in there, just stomp on the Rost, then put myself in front of Nasus, then grab him, pull him back while I use my ultimate on Lux, and as soon as they get much closer, I'm going to switch targets to try to make sure that she doesn't get too far. And then I go back for the Nami. Sorry, my voice gave out right there. But as you can see, if you want to, rewind that. Basically, I made sure to control Rost, then Nasus, then I used my ultimate to control 2 characters, pulled the Nasus back, and then I tried making sure that they couldn't get too far away, so their effectiveness was effectively diminished. And if you liked this video, remember to give it a like. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure to hit the little bell up there somewhere so you actually get notifications to my videos, because YouTube and stuff.